Matt Stepp with Dave Campbell's Texas Football. Back here at the FallsTown Coaches Clinic, here with the head coach of the Holliday Eagles, Coach Kyle Atwood. And Coach, you just got done speaking at the clinic. Talk about this clinic, what it means, and to this local area, and the honor that you had with Coach Freeman actually come speak at this
Yeah,
clinic.
no, absolutely. This clinic started 4 years ago, I believe. I came as an assistant, or not as assistant, but just to be a part of it and watch the clinic the first 2 years. Phenomenal speakers. Wichita Falls is such a great place. And Coach Freeman and Coach Hawkins did a phenomenal job of putting the thing on. Lots of great people here speaking. And so the camaraderie from within this building is phenomenal. And I think that a lot of people get a lot of things out of what they learned today.
Yeah, Coach Freeman, you and him are Angelo State boys, and so he calls it the Harvard on the Concho. So there's an Angelo State connection too, as well, right?
Yeah, well, I actually graduated from Tech, but I was at San Angelo Central for a while. Whenever he was at Lakeview, my wife is a professor at Angelo State, so she went to school there. So we were in San Angelo for I'm a big Angelo State fan though, but yeah, we spent 9 years in Angelo as an assistant and then a head coach at Great Creek. And during that time, he was at Lakeview. And we were in the same school district, opposite schools, but we spent a lot of time together. And the staff, Sterling Gilbert and his staff, and then Brent Davis's staff, our staff. So we had some really good staffs. We learned from one another. It was just a great opportunity for me as a young coach to learn.
Now, when you got to Holiday, Holiday was a program that when you took it over, obviously wasn't broken. It wasn't a rebuild. Coach Johnson had built that thing into a really, really regional contender every year. And so, obviously, everybody knows the challenges when you take over a program that's been struggling. But there's challenges also when you're taking over a program that's been successful because you've got a high bar to maintain. How the first couple of years there, how was that? How did you handle that? And how do you feel like you've settled into the role here in Holiday?
Yeah, Coach Johnson did a phenomenal job in the 10 years that he was there. You look at what he left, the last 3 years, winning 13 ball games. The kids they were successful in the lower levels. The expectation to win was there. And so, yeah, like you said, you move into a school district that's not as successful. There's a lot of roadblocks, and you're trying to, what can we do to be successful? You come into a place like this. What do I need to do to make sure I don't screw this thing up? And so,
you have it, by the way.
Well, I appreciate that, but we were transitioning from, they were running a wing T style offense for 10 years, and so I'm a power spread guy. That's a lot of change for the kids. And so I had to, as a coach, understand like, hey, year one, we dabbled in both. And so I had to learn a little bit of the wing stuff, and we dabbled in both, and we were able to be successful, not as much in the stuff that we do, but just be successful on a Friday night, what does it take to be successful? And then this year we transitioned to, we were straight power spread. We threw for over 3,000 yards, rushed for a pretty solid amount as well. And so that's kind of, we were able to settle in a year and a half into just working in the philosophy. And so we were pretty decent this year with what we do offensively and defensively. And so I was proud of the kids there. And then we've had some success in our spring sports. Won the Lone Star Cup last year. We're in the it is. Never been a part of one before, and it's just awesome. And so
one thing I've always noticed about Holiday, you guys seem to be good at everything.
Yeah,
what a great athletic program, top to bottom.
It is, and academics, and so it's just a really good place. Our track program was a little bit down whenever I got there, and we've revamped that. We got third at state last year. We're hoping to do some really good things next week, but we just really try to invest in the overall program and the development of all of our kids. And I think we've done a pretty good job so far, but still a lot of work to do.
Now, speaking of that work, there's work to do in the summer. What's the plan for the summer? I know you guys will be out and throw it around in 7-on-7 a little bit. How important is the summer going to be for you guys?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really, really big. You go to a program that's been successful. It seems like every year you're graduating some key spots. And so, we're losing a Steele Skinner, a Parker Jones. We're losing Ashton Berry. We're losing a Hunter Jones. We had 6 kids that signed scholarships, 3 of them Division II, and a couple of D3 guys. But we're losing some key pieces, and we're going to have to, without having spring ball, not at the 5A, 6A level, we're going to have to spend the spring and summer, or the end of the spring, and mostly through the summer, filling those positions. Like who can step up and fill those roles, and so we'll utilize our time in the summer, weights and conditioning, and our skill stuff, and then really our 7-on-7 stuff, which will start next Monday. Coach Bindle does a phenomenal job. I've been fortunate to be around him and learn a lot from him in my 2 years here. But we're going to jump in with Memorial, Legacy, Burke, Burnett, and Vernon, and run some 7-on-7 through May, and then we'll continue a little bit of stuff in June, and then go to a couple SQTs at Holly and Abilene there in late May and early June, and hopefully qualify. But just give our kids an opportunity to throw and catch and cover and develop those camaraderie with one another.
There you go. There you have it. There's the head coach of the Holliday Eagles, Coach Kyle Atwood. Looking forward to 2025. I know you guys will be. We'll probably have you ranked pretty high again. That's just kind of the thing, when you guys win a lot of football games, you get a lot of attention from guys like us. So good luck in 2025, and we appreciate what you do for student athletes.
Absolutely, and we appreciate you, Matt. Thanks for everything you do.
Thanks, Coach.